there, I'm Pip, also known as Pippity Pop from New Zealand, and we're a country of only 4 million people, but we do have 40 million sheep, so that's why this little design named Barry or Barbara is really popular. And so today we're going to make him. He's great for line work, or I'll show you ways that you can dress him up and you can add him to a headpiece or even a centerpiece. So let's get started. For this design, he only needs 3 balloons and a couple of scraps. So we need a 260 Q in white, a 160 Q in black, a 5-inch black round, and a couple of scrap tips. So we're going to inflate our 260 white just with a 3 or 4 finger tail. We're going to make 2 pinch twists, and again for the pinch twist you want to hold on to that knot, hook your finger up, pull the bubble out of the way so that both twists are next door to each other. If your pinch twist undoes, that means that it's not a tight enough twist. We're going to do a second pinch twist, again holding on to that first one, pulling the bubble up out of the way. So we're going to have 2 pinch twists side by side. Now for his wool, we're going to twist off a 1-inch bubble. We're going to twist off a second 1-inch bubble, and then a 1/2-inch bubble for his tail. We're going to pinch twist that tail. The other thing is, if your pinch twist is nice and tight, it gives a lovely wee U shape. U, get it? Right, now we're going to twist off another 1-inch bubble, a second 1-inch bubble, and we're going to tie that into our pinch twist. Now we're going to do 2 more 2-inch bubbles. We're going to twist that into the tail, and we're going to repeat again. So now you'll have 4, a set of 4. We're going to do this one more time. So twist off 2 1-inch bubbles and push that into your quad and around the tail. Now we're going to discard the remaining balloon, but you can actually save that tip for your eyes. So this is how he's looking so far. We've got our 2 pinch twists here, his wool and his tail. So he is a wee bit like a 5-petaled flower. Now I have tried making a 5-petaled flower, but it pushes it too tight. And just by doing it this way, it gives him an elongated shape, which is what we want. The reason why I do 5 petals is that we want a lovely level area to be able to sit on your wrist. Now next we're actually going to pick up our little 5-inch black, and we're going to inflate it about the size, if not a little larger, than a tennis ball. We're going to tie it off close to the lip end, and we're going to use that space for the top of our sheep's head. We're going to twist off a 4-finger bubble, and we're going to pinch twist that. And that's a great shape for a little snowman. If you just make it, inflate your balloon slightly larger, and if you use a white or a pearl white, add a little 160 scarf, and it's great for line work. We'll set that down here. Now we're going to use the strap and ears. We're going to make that out of your 160 in black. We're going to inflate the 160, leaving quite a good sized tail, so a hand and a thumb width. We're going to create our ears, and I'm just using a hand and thumb again in length, and the character of your sheep will change by the length of his or her ears. We're going to double that balloon up, and we're going to tie it off. Now we're going to split that. So we've got this arrangement. We're going to use the knot from our round, and we're going to tie it into the front pinch twist. Then we're going to wrap our ears into between this joint here, between his muzzle and his head. Now this part here is creating the strap, so we want it large enough to be able to, for somebody's hand to go through, but not too large that it's going to be loose on them. Now at this point here, you've got the choice. You can use this wee piece here to create a little tail and discard the rest, or you can create and make it quite interactive. Now I know, well, especially in our country, we dock our the tails off our sheep, but it is quite fun also to leave it on. So in this case, we'll leave it on. Now for his wee eyes, we're going to use just the tips, just in white. Now of course you can easily just twist or split a 1-inch bubble in half for the eyes, but I do love that independent look. Now to save time, instead of tying another knot there, we just can tie those two together. And we're going to wrap this wee tail into this part of the head. Now you can shape the ears down just by cupping the ear in your hand and giving it a wee squeeze. Now for the artwork, what I do is I just do 2 little dots. And if you've got a silver Sharpie, you can use that, or you can use your Eddings pen, and we're going to give it, now it's like a little smile with a tail. So just think of a T with a curve. And there's our little Barry or Barbara all finished. Now, if you would like, you can actually make legs for our little sheep. So for doing that, we would twist 1 bubble down and then go to the tail. Then from the tail we would twist off the same size bubble join it in the center and then back up. And from there, you can add it to a little 6 or 7 petal flower. You can pop it on as a fascinator or as part of a centerpiece. And as you can see, you can do them in different colors as well. I think you'll have a lot of fun using these. These are a really popular design and both kids and adults love them. Thanks so much for watching and happy twisting. Hey, kone rā. Barry and Barbara were created with Qualatex.